What's up, everybody? It's Cody Lockwood from Lockwood's Loot. We got a really big back from the con. I've been slacking. I still need to do a back from the con from Monroe Comic Con, so Gary, I will get to that. But I wanted to do this because we have a lot of commissions that are going to be being picked up today, so I don't want all the public to miss this. So this weekend, Audra was set up as Audra Olivia's Attic at the Scare Fest in Lexington, Kentucky. It was a great show, a horror show. The big headliner was, of course, Robert Englund. But it was a huge cast reunion from the Nightmare on Elm Street titles. Plus, there was a huge paranormal setup there. The TV shows, the paranormal shows, which I'm not familiar with. I don't watch it, but obviously a lot of people there were there for those actors and actresses. Also, there was tons of vendors, tons of artists, and one of my personal favorites, Dan Mendoza of Zombie Tramp and Dollface, was there. And so I obviously got a lot of commissions, and I networked and hollered at a lot of my friends. You know, I'm a big fan. A lot of my customers, friends, and fans are fans of what I like. So we went to town on Dan Mendoza. Thank you so much. I'm sure I bugged the crap out of you and Sean. I was at your guys' table all weekend. But it was a great time, so we're going to dive in. There's a lot to go over here in a small amount of time. So first we're going to start off with Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Krueger. This was insane. So a lot of vendors and artists were saying that it was a slow convention, even though they broke records. They had the most attendees at the show than they had previously. It's their 10th year doing it, but Robert Englund was there. So it's not that he was super expensive and all the money went to Robert Englund. It's that everyone's time went to Robert Englund. His line. So there was two lines. There was the VIP, cut the line pass holders, and then there was the general admission. So if you were to pay extra for the VIP and the cut the line passes, that line was 5 hours long, people. 5 hours. So I only could imagine what the general admission. My buddy Sean Gabarin. So if you're not familiar with Sean, he's a writer for Action Labs. He writes The Puppet Master. So lots of Puppet Master books out right now with him. Plus he's doing a lot of other stuff. He's got The Black Beauty coming out on Halloween Comic Fest. So definitely make certain you check that out. But I felt so bad. He was second person in line. He waited 2 hours until he could get his signature. Second person in line, guys, because of the cut the line pass. Yeah, insane. So anyways, it's not that all the money went to Freddy, it's that everyone's time that came to the show went to Freddy. But, saying that, you know Lockwood's Loot still got hooked up and still got the Freddy Krueger signatures that he promised his customers, friends, and clients. And of course I had to get one for myself. So this is the Nightmares on Elm Street. We had the 2 copies of the vintage issue number 1 by Innovation. These things are beautiful. Can you guys see that? Hopefully you can see that really well. And of course we had him sign in blood red, "Come to Freddy, bitch." Then sign Robert Englund down in the bottom. Great signature, great guy. He was so nice. He spent time with us. Luckily, Audra and I were first person in line. So we literally waited, you know, not anywhere near the length of anyone else. But so there's that, and then this Darius, this thing's gonna be a masterpiece when it's done. So we already got Ash on the cover signed, and now we have Freddy Krueger in the Freddy versus Jason versus Ash comic book, and it was awesome. Robert Englund had never seen this comic book. He knew about it, but never seen it, so he was very intrigued. He was flipping through it, and he said that they wanted to produce this film, but Freddy had just died in his most recent film, and they wanted Ash to win, but the production company didn't want Freddy to lose again after just losing. So this film never got made, but it should. I can't wait. Maybe one day it will. So that was the Robert Englund experience, guys, through Lockwood's Loot. Thank you so much for trusting in me and giving me a big fat stack cash to get those done. We're gonna just dive right in. Now I think everything else is Dan Mendoza, and there is a ton of it. First though, actually I lied. We're gonna do right across from us was a indie film company. There weren't a lot of these CD-rated horror film companies at the show, which normally you would expect at a horror show. Some low production value movie companies, but this company was right across from us, so we watched their little preview over and over and over. So we had to pay them a little bit and buy their movies. So Bunny, Don't Keep Mother Waiting is the horror, a fast-paced, gory slice of fun. Now this isn't my genre of film, but we'll give it a go. If anyone wants to borrow it, they can have at it. And of course we had the director and the actress sign it. The other one was The Fall of Grayskull, just a quick 40-minute little movie. We rented we ordered some pizza, and we drank a little bit of Kentucky bourbon and watched this Saturday night. Very enjoyable. The whole thing was green screen, so it's what you would expect out of it. But look at that sweet poster, guys. It was pretty awesome. Pretty enjoyable, pretty cheesy, but it was fun. We enjoyed it. So there's that. All right, now what everyone's been waiting for, the Dan Mendoza. He hooked me up with a couple of posters. I'm not certain if you've been in the new store lately, but for Nostalgia Inc., we wanted to have an adult, a mature section where we would be able to host all of our Dollface, Zombie Tramp, Vamp Blade, and then some of the Boundless and more risque stuff. Instead of having, we used to have the box up front mixed in with other stuff, so now it'll have its own section. But I wanted to have some posters to hang back there. So Dan Mendoza hooked me up with the Buy Your Zombie Tramp comics at Nostalgia Inc. Pretty great. And then next to that, we'll have the Buy Your Dollface comics at Nostalgia Inc. Pretty cool. So there's that. What's even cooler is we bought a couple of original cover artwork pieces. So this was the Happy... Oh yeah, P.S. guys, this is definitely PG, I don't know, 16, 13, whatever. There's going to be lots of breasticles and vulgarity. So if you don't agree with the Free the Nipples campaign, stop watching now. But here we go. We're going to free the nipples. That was the Risque Happy New Year. It was a one-shot that Sean wrote and Dan Mendoza drew. So, very cool cover. I love this cover. It's just a one-shot. This was the Risque variant one-shot. This is for a new client, new customer, new friend of mine. So, this is going to be going to its new home here soon. And we also got the cover, the comic book of this. And Sean and Dan Mendoza signed it, so that'll be graded. This will be framed and they'll hang up in the man cave. They'll look awesome together. So there's that. Now this is definitely my favorite cover out of all of them that he had for sale. This was for the Risque Danger Doll Squad that just came out. So that features Vamp Blade, Dollface, and Zombie Tramp, all three of our favorite girls. But check this out, guys. This is just phenomenal. Just brilliant with the Dollface, Zombie Tramp, of course, holding and caressing, protecting both of them, and then Vamp Blade there. Very cool. I love this cover. Check it out. This is going to go to a very, very happy home. A big time collector. Obviously, you'd have to be a big collector to invest big money in an original cover like that. So right on top was a Greenbrook, a horror book by Sean. This is something he wrote a while ago. It was just a one-shot about a family moving in, everyone's slaughtered, something happens, everyone leaves. Great little read. It was a fun story. He said that there were several other writers, and they all took the same characters' names and the same thing of a family moving in and a family moving out, but put it in different genres. A sci-fi. So it'd be cool to read the other ones to see where the other writers took it. So Greenbrook, a nice indie book. And the guys hooked me up with this here, which is totally awesome, because they put their name all on one tag. So we had Sean Gabarin and Dan Mendoza, and signed and remarked and signed, and Sean even though he's a writer, he did a little remark of the Puppet Master hook. So pretty awesome. I dig this. This will go hung up in my room unless someone out there wants to offer me something or trade or something, but I'll probably just keep it for myself. Alright, so we've got just some signed books. We're going to go down the signed books, and then we'll come to what everyone's been waiting for, the original commissions. I took 2 full sets of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. So there's the Dollface San Diego and the Risque San Diego. I like we had them signed in this red paint pen. Turned out great. And then we have the Zombie Tramp issue 37. Risque and non-risque. These, I have like 3 sets of these guys, so if anyone needs a set of the Zombie Tramp San Diego Comic-Con signed, let me know, we'll hook it up. And then of course, everyone's favorite, the Origins Volume 1, risque and non-risque here. So, like I said, if you guys need any, we'll make it happen. We also had some customers that sent us, came in and bought some trades or hardcovers at the comic shop, and then I had them signed. So this is to Michelle from Dan Mendoza. There we go, nice little personalization. And just Zombie Tramp #1, the trade paperback signed by Dan Mendoza. This, if you don't have this and you want this, will be available at the shop. I only got a couple things for the shop to be able to sell, so that's one of them. Alright, and then we do have the hardcovers. We took 4 of them to get signed and personalized, and a little recap. This is for a customer there. Let's see what else we got. Here's another one with another little remark there. It's tough to see that down there. Here comes the good one. This is for this is stunning. Dan killed this. This customer wanted a little bit more than just a little remark. So there it is, the full profile. That thing is stunning. I love that. Turned out great. Alright. And let's start with the commissions. Here we go. And just remember, if you guys aren't familiar with Zombie Tramp, stop in the comic shop. It's really a great story. I thoroughly enjoy it. It is a little risque, but it's empowering too. And the Dollface is a great character. You know, it's funny because, you know, you guys that aren't familiar probably think it's just rude and crude and lewd. But most of our customers, followers of Zombie Tramp, are female. It is kind of empowering. You know, these characters are superheroes in their own way. So don't you know, just be negative and think that this is just a sex book. It really is a great book. Dollface is very enjoyable, lighthearted, and stay tuned. Dan Mendoza has big things coming up. His own company. He's gonna independently do some a new character, couple new characters. Psycho Baby. So you can stop in. I've got some information and some handouts about that, so you can come and check that out. October 29th is the Kickstarter for Dan Mendoza. I will be heavily investing in that. I'm gonna try to get our own Lockwood's Loot exclusive variant for that. So that'd be it'll be super limited. It'll be a Kickstarter. It won't be distributed through Diamond or anywhere else. So if you are interested in supporting or in backing for a Lockwood's Loot exclusive, definitely contact me. Let me know, and we can make it happen. We can have our own cover. We can even talk about what we want on the cover. I kind of have in my mind what we want, but we have some new characters coming out, and I would like both of them, including Sugar Pop. All right, here we go. Commission #1, Dollface, Pennywise, huge movie. It was very successful this year, lots of fans, so we wanted a little mixture of Pennywise and Dollface. So here is Dollface topless in the Pennywise makeup. It turned out great. This is going to another big fan, a big collector, a good friend of mine. I believe this is his 7th sketch from Dan. This is the 2nd one I procured for him. So there it is, Pennywise, Dollface. This is one of my favorites. This customer wanted them having a dance party, you know, ballerina disco. So Dan just went for it. We did a dance party with both girls on the cover. Obviously, Dollface is happy, enjoying dancing, and Zombie Tramp Janie's not having it. So here it is, the Janie Bell and Dollface ballet little dancing party. It's awesome. It's adorable. Super cute. This customer, you know, will definitely cherish this. This is her first commission that she's ever gotten. And actually, it's a brand new customer into comic books in general. So she's a big Dollface Zombie Tramp fan. So I'm glad that we were able to get that for her. Now this next one, I love this one. Dan loved this one. He loved doing this because most of these we gave him kind of a concept of what we want, and he just went with it. So this customer wanted Zombie Tramp Janie Bell dominating Negan. This customer, a friend of mine, is a big Walking Dead fan, big Negan fan, but he loves his Zombie Tramp even more, and he would know that Zombie Tramp would be the dominator over Negan. So it's fun. Dan Mendoza threw in a little Negan quote, so he wrote, "Lucille is thirsty, she's a vampire bat." That's what Zombie Tramp's saying to Negan. So there it is, guys. ZT dominating Negan. He looks a little confused, like he's in pain, but a little bit of pleasure too. So there it is, guys. Pretty hardcore, pretty crazy. Negan taking it like a champ. Okay. Next up, which I personally might think is the best, partially because it is mine. This is for me. I'm a big Wally Wood fan. If you guys know, I'm a big Sally Forth and Snorky fan. So I've been doing this thing lately since last year, where I'm having the artist commission Sally Forth and Snorky. Sally Forth was an old Wally Wood character. Beautiful blonde, completely nude space traveler with her little companion, Snorky. So this is Dan Mendoza's version in full color, Technicolor. Look out. Sally Forth and Snorky. This is one of my favorites of all that I have. Look at that beauty. He absolutely killed it. She is stunning with her blonde hair and green eyes. The best combination right there. Whoop, and there goes a mad flyer. So if you guys see any more of these mad blanks out there in the world, and you know, and they're only a couple bucks, pick them up for me. I'm officially out, so I want more of these because I want to continue this sketch on the mad from different artists and their interpretation. So there it is, Sally Forth and Snorky. Love it. There was a customer there. He came all the way to that show. His wife had secretly got a commission for him for his birthday. So he contacted me. He wanted it witnessed and submitted for original art through CBCS, which all of these will be submitted. So this is Mike's birthday gift from his wife. There it is, Janie Bell, Zombie Tramp jumping out of the birthday cake. Pretty cool. So it'll be going to CBCS and then to the new home. I felt so bad. The dude drove all the way to the show, came in the show, found me, got the book, handed over the book. So he didn't have it for very long, but we did send him, get him some posters too, so we'll send him some posters. This is another great one. This is the Zombie Tramp. We wanted this one to be pretty raunchy, pretty risque. And as we all know, Zombie Tramp, she is the main bitch. She doesn't let anyone fuck with her. And there's a little ghost, a little spermy ghost, Ivan. He's just a perv, you know. He's always trying to catch a look, but obviously Zombie Tramp doesn't let him. But on this one, he had titled it, "Ivan, you sneaky shit," because Ivan finally got in, we can say. So this cover has broken the Zombie Tramp forum. I posted it, but I censored it. But everyone wants to see the uncensored. But right there, I'm blocking it so you can't see it, guys. So it is censored. It is vulgar. Ivan, you sneaky, sneaky little shit. Next up, something much more innocent. Dollface in a Gwenpool costume. This is absolutely adorable. Dollface is super cute. So there it is, Gwenpool. This is for a collector of Gwenpool. He gets a lot of Gwenpool commissions from me, so it's awesome. It's super cute and fun, lighthearted. And then here is the last, another Zombie Tramp. There we go. This customer just wanted Dan to have at it, and, you know, something sexy, little raunchy. So Zombie Tramp. There it is. Silly, sexy, raunchy. Now, we do have some other things. Just some signatures of some old. We have a couple volume 2s that are signed. These are definitely hard to get, rare books. You know, we're looking at about $100 a piece. This is the rare Risque issue 1. And he did Dan did a little remark there on her. You know, this Risque, it's a tough book to find. This is issue 1 of volume 3. But we also have issue 1, volume 2, with a nice, beautiful, look at that remark. Awesome. So this is volume 2, issue 1. Volume 2 was just a 4-part little mini-series. Volume 1 was self-published, so that's damn near impossible to find, and well over $1,000 a piece for each of those. I do not have, but maybe one day we'll have one. This is another one of my favorites. This was the variant for issue 4. This is another one for my personal collection. So there it is. The Risque variant. You know, early on, a lot of stores weren't ordering the Risque ones. Now that's what mostly sells. So then we have a Dollface Sam Ellis Wizard World exclusive signed by Dan. I'll have Sam sign it here later, next time I see him. We have the hard to find free comic book day. We have, this is again from volume 2, issue 3. Here is another issue 4 from volume 2. I just took all of my volume 2s and had them sign them all. This I bought at the show, and a dealer there had a box full of Zombie Tramp, so I couldn't find my issue 1. So we just bought another one. This is the non-Risque, signed by Dan Mendoza. I had to pick it up. And then we do have 2 for the shop, for the store. We have the second print Dan Mendoza variant signed, and then we have the issue 1 sketch cover signed. So both of these will be available at the shop. You can pick them up, stake claims. They will be yours and available. And I did pick up another Risque issue 2. Yep. Signed by Dan. So that concludes everything. There's a ton of stuff here. I'm going to clean myself up. I still have I actually have 2 What's in the Boxes to do. I'll do those combined. One is a CBCS and then one is a gift for me, sent from one of my customers. Thank you, Billy. That's super kind of you. And then I have another Back from the Con from Monroe Comic Con. Again, that's everything for today. I'm Cody Lockwood with Lockwood's Loot. Thank you for tuning in from the Scarefest Special Edition. Dan Mendoza, Sean Gabbard, thank you so much, guys. You guys were awesome this weekend. Have a good one. See you.